Alright, so you did it. You got your hands on the much coveted Nintendo Switch. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, now what do I do? Do I play games on it? Do I just stare at it? Do I show it off to my friends? Do I place it down and just look at it in awe and wonder and splendor knowing I have one? I have a Nintendo Switch. No, you don't. You buy a game for it. Or maybe 5 games. And that's what we're going to go over. The 5 best games, in my opinion, that you should have for your Nintendo Switch. Hey, do you know what this is?
No.
This is where the intro's going to be.
Is this the intro?
No, this is just a placeholder.
What is the intro?
I'm not sure yet. Still got to figure it out.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, so let's start with the first game, and that is Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yes, it is probably the best, most beautiful game I've ever seen, and I highly recommend it. It would cover the adventure and RPG category. You just go into the game and you start running through all of the different stories. It is so much fun. When it first came out, I purchased the Switch, I purchased that game, and I purchased this controller. Probably my favorite controller I've ever used. And it cost me about $500, and every penny was well spent because I played that game for 100, maybe 150 hours combined, and I've since deleted the original game file just to go through it all over again. I think that when it comes to video games on this system, because it is a Nintendo system, and unlike PlayStation or Xbox or computer games, you are getting some more specific games like Mario, Zelda, those kind of things, sometimes even more kiddie games. I think that Zelda really is a powerful choice and a really, really important choice because it gives you so much content to play, as well as some awesome puzzles and great stories. Let's get into the next game, game number 2, and that's going to be Mario Kart. Mario Kart on this is great. It's a remake, except in this one you don't have to work to unlock any levels. You have them all right out the gates. What you do is you unlock different carts through just playing the games. You get coins, and in unlocking carts you get different customizable parts for your carts. Now, one caveat to this game is if you're going to play this with friends, just know that you're going to fight each other. And I'm not just saying in the game, I mean on the couch. I've played this game, I played the 3DS version of this game, I've played this game so much, I think it actually has the most logged hours on my Switch. I played with friends on the couch, I played with friends online. It's dirty. Words get exchanged that I'm not proud of. I have a daughter now, and now I cannot play this game if she's in the room and I'm playing with my other friends because it's a complete bloodbath. And it's not even a fighting game, it's a racing game. If we want to talk about fighting games, we're going to get to my 3rd pick for the Nintendo Switch, and that is Super Smash Brothers. Yes, Super Smash is probably the most important Nintendo game anyone can own, and that is only because it is a party game. You can have 1 player and go up against a bunch of computers. You can have up to 8 players, and you guys are fighting and brawling and having such a great time. This Smash also keeps coming out with more characters. Now, you do have to purchase the downloadable characters through the season passes or the character packs, which that's kind of a mixed bag. If you're someone like myself who's a completionist with games, it's just, if Nintendo says it's $30 for 3 characters, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend the $30 because I wanna have all the characters, even if I don't use them. Like there's one that's the Piranha Plant. Though it's very powerful, I don't use it because I don't like them. I actually use a character that came with the game, that's my main, but I wanna have all the characters. And this game is versatile. You can put it up, you can play with a bunch of friends. It's also got quite a following, so if you have other friends who do like playing Super Smash Brothers, it's good to have it. And that covers 3 really important categories. That's adventure, that is racing, that is fighting, and now let's get into some of the more relaxing stuff. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is such a great game. It was my first Animal Crossing game I've ever played. I was very hesitant. I'm like, okay, these tiny little characters are running around, they're building stuff, you're building houses, you're cleaning up leaves on the ground. I'm like, how can this be a thing? And when it came out, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it, I wanna be a part of the whole thing, everyone has this, I wanna be a part of the conversation. And boy, oh boy, was it the right decision, because when I just wanna relax, it has nice, really relaxing music, and you can run around your island doing different tasks. There's no stress. You don't have to worry about different things that are time released or different stuff like that. When the seasons change in real life, the seasons change in your game. When it's wintertime, it's snowy, you can build snowmen. When it's summertime, there's different bugs you can go and catch and put them in the museum. It is just such a relaxing, no frills, awesome way to just pass time. And let's finish it off with just a classic, and that is Super Mario Odyssey. And if you have a Nintendo device, you need to have a Mario game. And this one right here gave me just throwback feels galore. Like I thought of Nintendo's 64 version of the Mario game, Nintendo's Mario 64. I thought of Sunshine. I thought of all these games I had played over the years. In Odyssey, they delivered. There's so much content to play. There's these moons you collect in different places. Once you've collected enough, you can travel to different worlds. In those worlds, you finally get your way up to the bosses, and you can end up beating the game with a fraction of the moon collectibles that you can play throughout the game. I think there's like somewhere 900 moons to collect. I mean, it is a value buy. But it's just a must-have on the Switch. So we covered our bases. We got the classics. We got Mario. We got the fighting game. We have Super Smash Brothers. We have the racing game, Mario Kart. We also have Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and finish off with Animal Crossing. And one thing I didn't mention until now is these games are all exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. So if you have an Xbox or a PlayStation as well, these aren't games you can buy there. These are just games you can purchase on the Nintendo Switch, which makes them, in my opinion, even more valuable because you are getting them on a system that they were created for, as well as on an exclusive system that they will stay on. You don't have to worry about them being better graphics somewhere else or on sale cheaper on some other system. They're just on your Nintendo Switch. And even though I didn't do it this way, if I could do it all again, I would absolutely purchase these all digitally because they are all games I don't plan on reselling. These are all games I just would want to have that I could switch into at any time without having to take out a game card. So if you have that opportunity, I would do that. Now, if you like some of these suggestions, that's awesome. Go ahead and hit a thumbs up and that like. If you really want to stick with this and see other recommendations I have for tech or gaming, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you can get notified when I do put out a new video. It'd be awesome. This is a new endeavor, so I'm gonna want all of the communication and comments I can get, so please comment below. And if you already have these games or you have other suggestions, throw that down there too, of games you would consider to be some of the most important games you could get for the Switch, whether it's indie games or AAA games or even just one-off games that you're like, you can get this on a PlayStation, but I think it's more fun to have it on a portable system like the Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, thanks for sticking with me today, and I'll see you guys next time.